Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video by me, FoxyNoTail, here on the truly Bedrock survival server. And I have been a little bit of a busy fox outside of the video. Not massively, just done a little bit of a couple of things around here. If you were watching the last video, you'll know there are a few jobs left to do in this area of my base. If you're not already aware, I'm ruining my wheat field. And whilst ruining my wheat field, I am attempting to build a medieval settlement, and we're going to have a big castle over there that we're going to start in the new year, and there are a few jobs left to do over here to finish off. One, which was this wheat fieldy area that we did in the last video, which has a nice little pond and a stream and stuff like that going around it. Another one is to make a mill around the corner over here, which we're going to have this stream going up to, so we're going to have a mill here. And the other little jobs that I've already done were doing the interiors of these buildings. Now, I say I've done them. I haven't actually done any interiors. I've just put floors and walls and ceilings in for now. We'll worry about actual decorations and things like that another time. So if we go into these buildings here, you can see they've all got ceilings and walls and floors. It makes them feel a little bit more finished off, a little bit less rough and ready. And the other things I've done, you may have just noticed over at this end here, we've got some hay bales and barrels and stuff like that. Just sort of a working area, just some junk things sort of just laid around, really, as you might expect to find on your entrance into the town. And at the very other end, I've been working on a little fountain. That is... I'm not overly happy with it. I must say it looks a little bit clunky and not ideal, but it's going to do for now until I can come up with something better. So first of all, before we do anything else to this town, we've got some other news to attend to about a whole new area that we're going to be building at very soon. So not far from my base at all, if we fly over in this direction across the mountains, we get to an area where you will see a half-finished house by Mr. Onion, as well as Mr. Onion's aeroplane down there. And this area originally was going to be for me to build a seaside resort. And I ran out of time and enthusiasm for the project early on because my medieval build really started taking off and I was enjoying doing that, and I couldn't split my time well enough to do both of them. However, due to the success of how the winter area went on Truly Bedrock this year, we all chipped in and took part in building and adding to this area, which we all agree has come out and looks really, really nice. We're really happy with what we've done, and we all really enjoyed chipping in, mainly because there wasn't really any pressure to stick to a specific style or to stick to a specific palette or anything like that. It was just, hey guys, we're doing a winter wonderland, let's get stuck in and have some fun. And we really enjoyed it. So we decided we want to do another area that's themed in a similar fashion. But this time we want to get away from the cold and the wet and the winter, and we want to go somewhere warmer, somewhere a little bit more tropical. So we've decided as a group to actually do the beach resort around this area of sort of a summer holiday destination. We're all going to be coming over here and building some pretty exciting things. Now, I'm not sure what Mr. Onion's going to have to say about that, considering his house is probably going to be in the way of something interesting, so we may well get evicted, but we'll worry about that a little later on. Which brings me back home, and more specifically to this area here, where we're going to start working on our mill, which means I'm now going to disappear from the server and head over to a website. If you've been following my channel this season, you may well remember that we came over to DeviantArt earlier in the season in order to grab some builds that fitted our medieval area. It was this particular project that we were looking at, which shows quite a lot of different types of builds in the medieval theme. And the one that I was particularly interested in is the mill, which is 3B down here. And going into that, we can get a little bit more of an idea of the detail of this build, and more importantly, we can actually buy it so that we can download it. But strangely enough, there no longer seems to be a way to buy it through DeviantArt, which is a bit of a shame. However, there is a link down here to another page that I can then buy it from, which is still very cheap. It's less than $1 or less than €1. But it means I've already got coins and stuff set up on DeviantArt or credit on DeviantArt. I'm going to have to set up another account with another website, which I didn't really want to do. And looking at this website in slightly more detail, it's asking us how much we'd like to pay for this as opposed to giving us a set price. So I'm going to put in €1. I think that's a reasonable price to pay for that. And now I've got to set up an account and do what RGs. Well, I'll be back with you guys in a minute. I have now gathered all of the necessary materials to build this in these 2 shulker boxes here, and I have marked out the space of where this thing is going to be, and it's going to be awfully close to these builds and awfully close to the wall here, but there is just enough room to squeeze it in, and hopefully by the time it's done, we will have room to get through on our path still. So I guess the only thing to do now is to build it, which I'm going to attempt to do in the form of a time lapse. So here goes nothing. That is it, 100% complete, and it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It doesn't quite squeeze into the area as much as I thought it would, but it's there, and it looks half decent. It's not so bad, not too bad looking. Only thing is that I can't figure out is I've got these 3 bits of black carpet left, which it said I needed at the instructions, but I never actually found the place to put them, so I should probably check that out, really. But yeah, looking down here, we've got the downstairs area with a little furnace, a kitchen table. We've got some storage and bits and bobs, and then up here we've got a bedroom, which is, not particularly exciting, but it is a bedroom. And then in here, obviously, this is where the mill would work. That's the thing that would be turned by the water wheel. And it looks like, I guess, we got flour here, which is being made from the hay bales, which is absolutely fine. And I really, really like it. But yeah, what's this carpet from? So I'm going to have to go back through the instructions now and try and figure out where that carpet's from. And I have spied it. It's actually supposed to go on top of the jukeboxes. And it's not 3 pieces of black carpet. It's only 2. So we can quickly go and pop those on nice and easily. 1 there and 1 there. And now everything is 100% complete. And I think it's a good time to have a sleep. The other thing it feels like I'm missing, and that's probably me not doing it quite right, is some light down here. It does seem very dark down here, particularly at night. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some more torches, and we're just going to go and light up this bit down here a little bit more, just so it's not too dark in the area at night. And the other thing that I want to do with all this, obviously is not part of the designs, is actually get rid of this water butt bit at the minute and have that water wheel actually coming round and going into our stream here, which I think will just finish all of that off. Obviously, what's not ideal here is the water wheel is floating up in the air, which I find really bizarre. Ideally, this would be like low down into the ground and the water would be flowing past it. But for some reason on this design, it does float, which I don't really like. And it's so crammed in, we've hardly got any room. There's not a great deal I could do about that without drastically changing the entire build. I could bring that a couple blocks down and bring the stream underneath it to match. Or we can just sort of, make the stream, I don't know, meet up with this. It's not going to be ideal, but it's going to do. It doesn't need to be perfect. And the other thing I do want to do is that block there I don't think should be there because that's making that water go all kinds of weird. Well, the water running around the wheel looks a little bit better now. Let's sort this bit out. And there we go with just a couple of finishing touches. We've now got a little bridge over here. We've sorted out this bit so it's not quite so pristine, a bit more messy. And we've linked up the stream with that. And I think that looks absolutely great. I'm really happy with it all together. Good job, well done. What's next? So next, there really aren't that many things to do to finish off this side of the wall. We've got an area over here, which I forgot to talk about in the last video. It showed on our little plan or our map that we've got, but I never went over here. This is going to be another pile of sort of barrels and stuff, kind of similar to what we've got over there. And we've also, we've also got the little fountain area down here to finish off, just to make that look all kind of nice. And I just want to sort of finish this path off, because how this comes from flat from here and then dipping down there, I don't really like that transition. And the same thing at that other end here. We obviously need to have a bridge going from this bit over there, but that can wait for now. And finally, in this area, we just need one thing, which is the archway here. So 3 things. We can knock them off the list pretty quick, I think. So that's the barrels and the hay bales done. That was nice and easy. And I think all that this bit was missing was an information kiosk and a little bit of greenery at the back. So now you can see we have our little chap here in the information kiosk that will direct you around the area. And there we go. We now have the final gate in place, which all leads nicely through to the other area. I'm really happy with how this has come together, and with a little bit of bone meal and a few little bits of dirt and gravel and bits and bobs like that, we've now managed to bring this whole area to life. Over here, which was looking a little bit flat before, has got a little bit of greenery around there now, which makes that look a whole lot better. The only thing I haven't done is done this transition from here to there, and the same the other end, because I don't really know how to do it. I like this. I like the dip that we've got here. I like the road and the path. We don't have that going through here. Now, what I could do is tear all of this road out and make it work down there, but I don't think I'm going to. I think for now I'm just going to leave it, but as we come through into the castle through the gate here, we're actually going to continue this into this area here, which means the next thing to do on our castle build, or our medieval build area, is the castle itself. I believe we have finished everything off. Let's just double check. Which of course means coming over to our out of focus and blurry map. We've done the messy stuff there, which says cart, but we just did, you know, hay bales and barrels. We've done the barrels and stuff there. We've done the mill. We've done the wheat field. We didn't add another house. We just extended the wheat field and added a pond. We've done the fountain and the kiosk. We've done the gate. We've done the shops. So yeah, that's 100% done. It is time to get working on the castle. However, that is not a job for today's video. As I mentioned, the castle build will be starting in the new year. I'm still not 100% settled on the design for it yet, so there'll be a lot of work to do just in terms of actually planning it all out. But I'm really looking forward to doing that, and I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in over at the Seaside Resort area. In fact, today I'm going to be live streaming after recording this video so that I can start work on here. We need to extend the beaches. We need to tidy it up. We need to have a word with Mr. Onion about his house. We've got a lot of work to do over here, but hopefully you'll start seeing some amazing things coming across here very soon. Before we go today, there is one more thing I'd like to do in today's video, and that is to have a look around my area using the new Minecraft RTX features. The only problem is we're still playing on Minecraft 1.16.40 on Truly Bedrock because of issues and bugs with the latest updates. We don't feel comfortable moving over just yet, and obviously we can't use RTX on those versions. But what I can do is take a world download, load that up in creative mode, and use RTX on there. So let's do that. If you're interested in how I switch between different Minecraft Bedrock Edition versions, I actually play on Windows 10, which means I can use my version switcher software, which you can download from FoxyNoTail.com here. There is a video, if you click on this link, that tells you how to use it. It's a little bit technical, and it does involve changing a few settings on your PC to enable you to do it. But what it means is you can set up multiple profiles, which means you can have different folders with all your different worlds and resource packs and stuff in to keep things nice and tidy. And you can also add what versions you want as long as you can get hold of those Minecraft versions via means explained in the video. So you can see here we've got the Minecraft 1.16.40, which we're playing on Truly Bedrock. And if we look here, we've got the latest version, which is Minecraft 1.16.201. So if I click that and click load and launch, that will now actually launch me into the RTX version of the game. And there we go. You can see we're now in Minecraft 1.16.201. So if I go to my worlds, I can go to the world download that was taken today, just a few hours ago. And if I change that to creative mode so we can have a fly around, we can load that up. And there we go. We're now on Truly Bedrock in the latest version, albeit in creative on a download. And this bit's very framey. We don't have RTX turned on though. So we need to enable an RTX resource pack and get that loaded up. So I've decided to use the medieval RTX resources, which you actually get from a marketplace map, which is free. By going to the Minecraft marketplace and doing a search for RTX, you will find there's a whole bunch of them and a lot of them are free. So you can download whichever ones of these you want. And if you're on Windows 10, you can then find the files inside those and the resource packs, and you can copy them into your main worlds so that you can use on everything. So now when I go to the world download that I just took and load that world up, we should find that we are now in RTX on Truly Bedrock, which looks wonderful. Looks a bit weird, but I love it. I love the look of RTX in the light. Oh, I can't see my characters. I'm in F5. I'm invisible. You can't see me. Oh, geez. Right. I have no idea which way I'm facing. Right. I guess you're not going to look at me. Why have I disappeared? Okay, I can be... Where's FoxyNoTail? He's disappeared from the skin pack. What? Why? All right, we'll do winter stuff, FoxyNoTail, then for RTX. Apparently, my normal skin is no good. Right, let's go to my base and check out what this is going to look like. And here we go. You can see my base coming up in the distance, and this looks very, very snazzy. It looks pretty wonderful, I have to say. This looks pretty amazing. I just want to say, obviously, I'm definitely not sponsored by RTX or NVIDIA or anyone like that. I'm just playing with it, and I'm having a great time. And you can already see that a lot of stuff is missing because this world download is from 3 hours ago and not from when I just took this. But we can still have a good look around and see what this all looks like. My wheat field is looking very wheaty. It does look very wheaty indeed. I like it. We've got no mill over there. Oh, that's a shame. Jeez. My little stream looks very streamy. It looks very nice. My pond is looking very pondy. And my little well is looking very welly. Yeah, I don't really have the words to describe this very well, do I? I just really like the look of it. And look how 3D everything looks. It was already 3D, yeah, but it looks more 3D now because it's got shadows and stuff. And look, my mini blocks work in RTX as well. Oh, this is wonderful. The mini scaffolding. Oh, I broke it. Oh, jeez. There we go. Just wanted to sit on my mini bit of scaffolding in RTX, mate. Jeez. Even the pigs are all RTX-y. And look at the grass path looks even more muddy than normal. Yeah, this looks great. I really like it. The only problem with RTX, it looks great during the day, but at night and in caves, it's just not great, is it? I mean, for screenshots and stuff like that, that looks really fancy and nice, but it's just too dark for videos and it's too dark to play in like that. I think it would just get annoying really, really quickly. And if we went down into my well, I mean, you can't see a thing really. Down here is okay because it's nice and bright because of all the torches. But as we go deeper down into the caves, it just gets darker and darker and darker. And it's just no good, sadly. Oh dear, it looks like we've got... Oh dear. There's a hole. I've made a hole in me... Oh geez, that's the new fountain. Sunrise over the mountains looks rather magnificent as the sun sort of comes around the corners. I really like that. And what I wanted to do is go over to our new beachy area and check out what that's going to look like when it's nice and warm. So setting the time to midday, you can really get a feel for what this area is going to look like in the sun when it's all nice and warm and sunny. This, of course, is the area that we're going to be doing our holiday destination or our summer holiday resort. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And again, not to go on about RTX too much, but when we go underwater with it, check this out. How cool does that look with the way the light shines through the water? It really does look good. I would love to do a series in RTX, but I know a lot of people don't like it, and I know it looks a bit weird, but look at the reflections of the squid off the top of the water. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, I know this episode is a little bit shorter than what I normally do, but I have done everything that I wanted to do in it, so I guess it's a good a time as any to say goodbye. But before I do that, I want to say, as usual, thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like, and if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!